none of the new members were on board when Mr. Rodriguez spoke to us the first time, so hopefully he'll come and share his concerns with us. This will give us, I hope, questions and ideas from you all. I'm going to ask you to participate today going forward so that the committee can kind of focus in on what the community concerns and questions are about any potential changes or options the district has. So, does anybody have, I was going to start with Mr. Rodriguez, so is there anybody in the public who has a comment? I know most of you are filming for West Reading. Are you filming for West Reading?
Yeah.
Is there any?
I think it's nice that you're doing this and that you did send out invitations. It would be nice though if they were all videotaped. I don't know if your audio-visual guys could do that, but then people that don't have notice or have to work could see it.
We are going, another community member brought that up.
Okay.
About the potential for us to videotape our meetings.
Oh, great.
And I think it's going to be on the technology.
I know that's
for
what
March.
Wilson does. I think they just use their own audio-visual guys.
I think, yeah, it's going to be on the March agenda for technology. Any public comments about today? If you look at the bottom of your agenda, there is some background information, just so that you know, kind of in broad strokes, what we're talking about. So, we currently have an at-large system of electing school board directors. So that means that anyone from, you can vote for, no matter where you live, anyone who's running for school board. So people run to represent the entire district. Another system, the system that Mr. Rodriguez proposed, was a regional system. And that would divide our district into 3 equal regions. Those regions need to be compact and contiguous, right? Correct. And they need to have equal population size. If you did that, then you would have 3 board members from each region for a total of 9 members.
So that wouldn't exactly be Wyomissing proper, Wyomissing Hills proper, West Reading proper, the lines would be totally correct?
They could be. I think it was Mr.
I thought I remembered this one.
I'm sorry?
I thought I remembered Mr. Rodriguez were, I mean, like crossovers the way that, in the proposal that you presented. Yes. That's right. And I think that's what we were hoping to do here too, so that you would all be informed as to what that is.
I'm badly for you.
Okay.
I probably, I might have it in my file, but I want to wait and see if it comes. I don't want to present this. I don't know until we get it. The combination system, so there's at-large, which is what we have, there's regional, and then there's a combination system where it's kind of like a hybrid. You have at-large directors, and then you have regional directors. In that plan, you would vote for some at-large, and then you would only be able to select from other board members from ones that are living within your region. Okay? So with the regional plan, you would only be able to vote for people who were running that lived in your region.
And if you don't get enough people to run within that region,
Then you would appoint. So are there any, I know this is very broad strokes, and we don't have Mr. Rodriguez here.
I'll ask again, is the board or the school district under any mandate to make a change? Have we agreed to anything? I know that the mayor had filed, petition, et cetera, and I was just wondering where we are in that process to make you want to even discuss whether you want to do it or not?
I don't think, we are not under any mandate to do anything. He has petitioned the courts, and that is, I think, being reviewed, his plan. We have, as a school district, have filed paperwork in response to his filings, just with our concerns about the legality of some of his proposals, and that's where we are now. The catalyst for this is that we do have a majority of new members. You know, things change. I think it's a good time to look at this. I don't know that the system has ever been looked at since it was established as the way that we elect school board members in this district. So, you know, it's important to review your systems and to make sure that they're serving the district well. So, today, I hope to gather questions, concerns, thoughts from all of you that we as a committee can go back and get data and information about, and then present it again at the next meeting.
I think the concern is in that regional system, you don't have anyone in a particular region running for school board. And how do you decide if you're going to appoint, how you're going to find someone if no one is willing to run? And we are a small community, and we all know how hard it is to get people to volunteer to do things. So making that process even more narrow seems.
If you guys would be willing to indulge me, I have some topics that I think would help us to kind of brainstorm and wrap our minds around all the different facets, you know, some to your concerns, all different facets of this issue. And so then what I'll do is we'll pass out Post-it notes, and you can write down your thoughts, questions, concerns on Post-it notes, and then we'll stick them up on some chart paper, and it'll help us start to gather information to help us figure out direction.
I'd like to say one thing, and just to answer your question, his proposal was that Region 1 would be West Reading #1 and West Reading #3. Region 2 would be Wyomissing Precinct #1, Wyomissing Precinct #3, and a portion of #4. And then voting region #3 would be Precinct #5 and a portion of #4. So District 4 is the one that would be divided. And I also just want to say, in response to Bill, is that 64% of school districts in the state of Pennsylvania currently use an at-large system. So the majority of districts in our state do use this. And so, you know, I just want to say that, you know, you have to look at it from all sides of it. And he feels as though West Reading is not being represented. And, you know, my thoughts are that I think it opens the dialogue for a lot of things, because I think overall West Reading is not represented. Whether it's as far as having a school board member, whether it's finding volunteers for the classrooms, whether, you know, and all that kind of stuff. So it goes much deeper than, I'm not sure that just changing the school board is going to change the underlying problem, but I do think that this opens up a great dialogue to try to engage our West Reading families to become more involved in the district. Having done volunteerism for the umpteen years that I have, I know that we've actually physically tried to get West Reading parents to join committees, and we haven't been able to do it. So I think that when you look at it as a whole of the school board, I think it's a lot deeper than that, and I hope that in our discussion as far as what you want to see in the school board and all that kind of stuff, that we can bring the discussion in as to, you know, how are we going to engage them, bring them into the Wyomissing area school district, of which they are part of. They are voting members, they pay taxes, you know, they are entitled to have a voice. But the question is, what voice is it? That's just my 2 cents.
Okay, so these are the topics that I have kind of come up with in thinking about this. So voter issues, you know, what do you want from a school board member? You know, what would your ideal school board member look like? be someone from your neighborhood, your region? Does it matter to you if they don't live in your region? You know, do they need, and other things, you know, like time commitment. Do they have kids in the district? Do they not have kids in the district? Does that matter? Is there a skill set you're looking for? Another topic I thought about was legal issues, because, you know, there is a concern with Mr. Rodriguez's plan that he splits a precinct, and I don't think you're not allowed to do that. So, but any other legal issues that you might have questions or parameters? For instance, you know, is there flexibility in the number of people, if we were to go to a combination system, where you have regional and at large, is there flexibility in the numbers of regional directors as opposed to at large, or is it a set number? Let's see. And then maybe pros and cons of each system, you know, because clearly there's going to be good and bad with any system. So maybe pros and cons that you might be able to come up with for each of the systems. So I will pass out some Post-its and pencils. If you guys want to get up, talk with each other, and
Let me say something. And I agree with what you said. What are we trying to do? Because I had probably 2-hour conversation with Mayor Rodriguez about a year ago. And of course, it all ends with, hey, sign my petition. In which I said, based on what you just told me, I'm not going to sign anything. We got a long way to go before you're going to convince me that this is the right thing to do. And I'm not here to make this case. I'm here to, I really came because I wanted to hear him make this public case for this, not his legal case for this, because that legal case is totally different than what he's going to do publicly. It is. You know, he's going to fall back on the, you know, the underprivileged. You know, make the case really simple. Everyone at this table knows that there's not one person on the board that represents one person that lives in a multi-unit living space, let alone the economics of who sits on the board versus who doesn't. All of which he can prove in 10 minutes. With that being said, though, I go back to 2004 when I was first on the board, and I looked around the table, and my opinion is the problem with any board, and most recently our board, isn't who's represented. It's that we lost, for whatever reasons, doesn't matter, we lost, in 2004, we had people sit with the board. They had like 12 years, and they were like newbies to the board. This is the truth. You had Mark Caffarillo before us, you had Tom Walters, these people that served, Joanne McCready. You're talking people that have been through the board. And anybody that's been on this board, if you don't admit, look in the mirror and say, the longer you're here, the more you know, the better you are, you're only kidding yourself. So now, we've gotten to the point now where, you know, there's growing pains and learning pains. And what happens is it's like a bad football team that brings a new coach in. The guy who's not successful in 3 years, you get rid of him. And then he goes somewhere else and he wins the Super Bowl. Well, that's right, because you paid those 3 years and he learned all that, is now passed on to the next guy. So, in my mind, bigger vision is how do we get people on the board and keep them on the board? Because that first 4-year term, you learn a whole lot. And then you might be ready in year 5 to be a contributor, whether you want to hear it or not, believe it or not. I know, you know, I only sat on the board for 2 years, and in those 2 years, we dealt with issues, and I don't mind telling you, a lot more volatile than what you guys have been dealing with for the last 10 years. You know, we had a real serious issue here in that school district at that time. And it divided this community big time. And a lot of, not just the pool, there was the teacher issue. It was a major, major thing. So, you know, the end game, do I agree with him or not? I don't know. I want to hear him. Until you hear him, you know, and for us, unless there's someone here that says, hey, I want to tell you why we should do this, why are we doing this? I mean, I get it. You want to be open and listen and ideas and all that. You could be here until 10 o'clock at night, that, you don't know that. I mean, he went on for 2 hours and never stopped. So is it a combination, hybrid, at large, 64% do, 30, but how many are like us that have multiple boroughs that don't have regionalization? That's the number you got to look at. And then, listen, I'll tell you right now, if it's consideration for the school board, as a former borough councilman, I think you should be considered there too. I really do. If you really believe it belongs here, then you should believe it belongs up on, you know, Red Boulevard up there. It should be. How do we get there? That's up to him, and honestly, I have a very good relationship with the election board, and maybe I can save you some of that angst. And Debbie Oliveri is willing to come to the school district, bend over backwards to help do it the easiest, best, most efficient way without causing, like, opinions involved. She knows how to do it where it's political, something they use by numbers, not we want this, or we think we're gonna have a better arrangement, and like the Senate does, we're gonna do realignment. We can't get into that. So, unless he's gonna come and give you the pitch, or he's sending somebody here to do it.
I just get shuttled to Paul to see what yeah,
I spoke with him earlier and he wasn't planning on coming.
he wasn't.
I didn't know if I should say anything or not. He said that he couldn't have a comment on anything because of the legal stuff. I just texted him to see what room he's in. He told me.
That's good to know, at least we won't have to interrupt our brainstorming.
Okay.
Sorry.
Thanks.
So, I guess the thing is that I'm thinking is that the most recent election and the elections the two elections I took place in, when I was on board, we tried to find people from West Reading to run. We truly tried to find people from West Reading to run. And we thought we had heard there were people running this past election, and a couple people did, a couple people did, but most people who said they were going to did not. And it's, I have an issue with, if you don't fill the shoes of what you're supposed to, appointing people, because if people don't care enough to run, being on school board is a huge time commitment. It's a huge commitment, period. And, you put a lot on the line, and you're out there to the public. And it's not an easy job, and if you aren't fully vested in it, then the school board itself has a problem, because you're not gonna participate to the level that you should participate, and that puts a lot of pressure on the rest of the individuals who've been elected, who come to all the meetings, who work on all the committees. When one person doesn't pull their weight, it's a tremendous burden. And I don't think that if 3 people don't want to run from precinct 1, 3, or whatever it is, then I don't think that we should go that direction. And not because I don't think people from West Reading should be on the board, because I think they should be on the board. But I have a problem with appointing people. That's my issue.
Well, I'll just tell you, that's a fact, that when West Reading's Borough Council has an opening, somebody quits or whatever, they get 3, 4, 5 people applying for it. Now, it's really, in my mind, it's simple answer. People don't like to run for office for fear of losing. It's like the sun doesn't come up the next day or something. It does, trust me, it does. But they're afraid of that. Yeah, I do. I know what it's like to win, I know what it's like to lose. The sun keeps coming up no matter what.
Right.
But there's a lot of people who, if they know they're gonna win, and it's gonna be in their backyard, you're not gonna have any, I'm just telling you right now, that's the least, in my mind, you ain't gonna have a problem getting people from West Reading to run. They're not gonna run if they don't think they can win.
Right.
And rightfully so, unless they, and you just said it, we'll talk about the last elections, unless they attach themselves to 4 other people in the borough, you just said it yourself. The only reason they're gonna win is because they're gonna attach themselves to 4 other people running. That's the way they fit, and honestly, that's where they miss it. Well, no, that's what you're saying. You try to seek people out, because they're not putting their hand up on the
No,
front.
we just tried to
Yeah,
get people to
we
be
did too.
interested. Not to run with other people, but just, trying to get people to run, period, and it's hard.
We did that too, and I appreciate that, I do.
I want the best people on board. I don't really care where they live. I want to see 9 people. Yeah, I don't think most people care where anyone lives.
But I
If
think
you are
that-
a superstar, I don't care where you live, I want you on the board.
But the mayor's argument's not gonna, that's not what he's gonna argue, and that's why he's not here. Because he's
Well, I
gonna
think his
argue,
focus should be finding people to run. I really think that he needs to go out there and encourage people. And, reach out, talk to board members, let them know what to involve, help them with the process. You know, to go about and demand that it be a regional system, and then you find people not to run, I think that can really hurt a board, because you are gonna be out there digging for people who might not be interested. So I think the focus should be trying to find good people and encourage them to run.
But his whole argument, and I don't disagree with him, but his whole argument is not gonna have anything to do with the realities of doing the best thing. His whole argument is gonna have to do with the legalities of taxation without representation. He's Patrick Henry.
They are, but they, you know, I don't know how you can say they aren't being represented. I mean, West Reading, the whole building was the first one to be upgraded, first one to be renovated. There's no, I really don't think this district does that in West Reading. That's my feeling. Other people may feel differently.
They do, not
Well,
us.
then they need to
That's why
run,
they're
they're able
fighting.
to run, but we aren't not allowing them to run. They are choosing not to run. So to say you're not being represented, we're not stopping, no one's stopping anyone from running or from being on the board.
Running for school board is a very complicated, interesting thing to do though. So if you have a group of people that you can run with and buffer some costs, rotate meetings you attend to get up to speed on information, that helps a lot. I know when I ran sort of alone in the fall, you know, the burden of buying signs and stuff kind of fell on me. And luckily I had the resources to just, you know, order them. But I spoke to several people in West Reading that are really actually excellent, qualified teachers, ex-teachers, just, you know, people who want to be involved, young kids, older kids, and they have day jobs, so they can't attend meetings like this. They can't attend committee meetings to get up to speed on stuff. And they might not have the resources to run a campaign unless they are embraced by, you know, where they can pool resources. So that whole piece of it is an interesting piece of the pie too, the actual running a campaign, trying to get your name out there. That might come easily to other people and not others. The 3 qualified people I know in West Reading, just off the top of my head, they would have difficulty in a couple of those different areas. Just the name recognition, attaching to name recognition or funding the campaign. So that's an interesting piece of what I recognized.
I mean, I ran a primary and a general alone against a slate of 4 or 5 people, much better known than me, because I've only lived in the borough for 8 years, I guess, at the most. And I spent, I'll be generous, I spent less than $250, but I'm pretty sure I spent less than $200. I think I had 4 or 5 strategically placed lawn signs when I ran. I made sure they were double-sided, but, you know, and I found ways to do it without spending very much money. And I ran alone, and I found a way to do it. And as far as committee meetings, you know, that is determined when a new board is seated. We work around the schedules of the board members, so I would assume that, you know, if people had different schedules, then we would have meetings at different times. But anyway, so this is really good. Why don't we take what we've started here? I'm gonna put some chart paper up on the wall, and just so that we have, you know, hard copies of questions, ideas, thoughts, concerns, if other things start to come up, I'll maybe take 5 or 10 minutes and start writing some things down on Post-its. Is that okay with everyone? Oh, Sandy, you had your hand up.
It's okay. I mean, I was just gonna say, to Bill's thing about the regional, what he's saying is, if they thought that there was a region for West Reading, that they would win, people would volunteer to do it because they know that somebody from West Reading was gonna win.
That's right.
People
So
from
you
West
would-
Reading do run and win.
No, what I'm saying is, if you had the regional like that, and they would be more short, to his point, and you would probably get more qualified people that would do it. And then to Susan's point, or whomever's point, the committee meetings, I can see are hard. And if you are gonna run for school board, you have to already look at how the meetings are set up. Are they set up during the day? Are they set up in the evening? When are they set up? And if you can't commit to how they're set up at the time, how can you run?
The committee members make their meeting time, so that varies.
But what I'm saying is, though, if you look at the history of it, if you run, you can't guarantee that your committee, that a committee is gonna change their time so that you can get out, be late for work if the committee meeting's at 8 in the morning. That's all I'm saying. You have to have some defined.
Morning meetings 2 or 3 years ago.
It doesn't matter whether it's morning, evening, night. I'm just saying that a person who's running would look at and should look at when most of the meetings occur to see if they can commit. That's all I'm saying.
But that's where information needs to get out, and we
Right.
need to inform people how things run.
Right,
Correct.
almost
That's
like
true.
covering my-
That's right. That's
So
right.
that's where there needs to be more communication
Right.
and more help
Right.
that get people.
And to Susan's point about it being a unique and complicated road to navigate to even run, getting your petition, cross-filing. I mean, it isn't, most of the people who ran from West Reading last time did not cross-file. You can't win unless you cross-file. So maybe if the school board, in partnership with the PTA, created like
That's a good
running
idea.
for board 101 to get people who are interested in running the support they need to run. And we could run informational sessions, give them the petitions, so they don't have to go to the courthouse to get the petitions and that kind of thing.
But if committee meetings can be changed time-wise, and I asked this at the beginning of my term, we could switch curriculum meetings to a time when teachers could attend after school. I was just it was told to me that that's just when the committee meeting was, and that's how we've done it. And if teachers are needed to attend, we ask them to attend. So if committee meetings can be in flux, then maybe that is something we need to address as an entire school board.
Well, okay, but, we did that with the current board. We put out,
Right, and that's when I
Times.
asked if there was a possibility to move the curriculum committees to the afternoon. Because teachers were asking if they can't make them, really. Getting coverage is pretty difficult to get a teacher there during the day. So I was just simply told, I'm just reiterating, that it was if we need teachers there, we generally ask them and we can get them coverage.
right,
But that's pretty complicated with a subs shortage during the day. I'm just pointing out a fact that committee times aren't really as in flux or.
I think we're missing each other. The
I don't think
board,
we are.
the board members are the ones that need to be at the committees. So it is discussion amongst board members and those who are on the committees, a time that works for the board members to make the committee meetings.
Right, but I asked my committee, and that was the answer that was given to me. I understand that teachers aren't expected there, but if they'd like to ever attend a curriculum meeting, it's very hard with them.
Yes, for teachers.
Right.
All right, so everyone has their Post-its. I'm gonna put these up. I'll give you like 5-10 minutes to work, talk, write. You can add to the chart paper whenever you're ready. Do you need some?
Begin by Mayor Val, where are you?
Okay, so this is the response.
Oh.
She called and spoke to Tracy at the borough. She tried to contact him.
She tried what?
So Shelley didn't call. I'll see if
He called me back and told me he would attend. So maybe things changed between.
Is the idea of the ad hoc committee to decide, rather than wait for a decision where you're told you're going to do this, to maybe just have pre-discussion, that maybe you'll offer a solution before the decision's made? Is that the idea?
Yeah, I think the idea is to make sure that the system we have is not adversely affecting any group in the district. And if it's not, okay, and also a possible compromise, I suppose, if that
is what happens once we get people involved in talking and figuring out. Because we really need to dig down to why, like what is the real root cause of the situation we have where there's no one from West Reading currently on the board and there wasn't the last time. So, yeah.
We need
I
them in.
feel like without Mr. Rodriguez here, this was,
I agree.
Yeah.
That's why I'm so quiet. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, really,
It's kind of
it
pointless.
was.
I don't think it's pointless. I don't think it's pointless to examine a system that we've had in place since the school district started without making sure that it's a legitimate, working, effective system.
Yeah,
that
but if you don't hear somebody who's commenting on why it should change, that's sort
I'm
of.
sure that we could play devil's advocate on some of these post-it notes. We could put on the board.
I agree. I mean, I think just because Mr. Rodriguez is not here doesn't mean that people in West Reading wouldn't care. I mean, Mr. Rodriguez isn't just all in West Reading.
I would
So,
say though,
I would
there
agree
were
with
West
him.
Reading people also invited to this meeting.
When did the
So-
invitations go out?
Unfortunately.
Saturday, I sent mine out Saturday.
So it's sort of late.
I'm doing the best I
That's
can.
part of the problem, I think.
Doing the best I can.
No, I'm not criticizing, I'm just saying to send an invitation out for Saturday for noon time on Monday, a work day, is short notice. So I'm surprised that there are as many of us here that there are.
You know, it's one thing to get signatures on a petition as required. It's another thing to have
People
support.
show up, yeah.
So, you know, while this is good that we're here, the truth is the people that matter aren't in the room. Because if you're talking about changing something, make the case for the change. Don't make the change for the existing system. You make your case for the change. Don't make it for the existing. And that's why I said it for 2 hours. I said, you haven't made your case for the change. You made it for the for what would happen if there was change, but you haven't made the case for what exists that needed to be changed.
Well, after I gave you all time to think and brainstorm, we are planning, we're gonna discuss an April date for a picnic meeting at the West Reading Firehouse. So
Good.
we do wanna do that. We just think, I needed to get the ad out for the ad hoc and get that set, and now we can discuss amongst the committee, times for the West Reading.
I'm all for that.
All right, thanks.
We'll find out.
I mean, I think it's important. I just am gonna say that, when I campaigned, and I knocked on a lot of doors in West Reading, and I truly believe that West Reading needs a bigger voice in our district. Like I said before, I'm not sure that it's as a school board member, but definitely as a bigger voice, whether we have meetings at West Reading Elementary Center, somehow we need to engage those parents and those residents.
I don't think it's for us to decide how we engage them. I think it's for them to let us know where they
How they
want to
want
be
to be
met.
engaged.
Where they want to be met. What is that point of contact that they want from
It
us?
would be nice if he were here. Is he gonna watch this video? Okay, we really need your voice. I mean, we need you to engage
He didn't ask you
more
to
people.
video, did he? It wasn't him, no. In his absence, he sent the camera. It
No,
wasn't him.
I will say that in the years I was on the school board, that we did have a couple of town halls at West Reading, to ask people, and it wasn't about when we wanted to do the Taj Mahal in West Reading either, it was other times that we had asked, people to come and talk to us about what their concerns were, and a lot of the concerns were about people parking on Chestnut Street. That was the big one that I remember of everything. And I've knocked on a lot of doors too, and I agree with you, there has to be more representation, and people were very gracious. But nobody said to me, man, I wish I could do this. It was more like, God bless you, go
Happy
for it.
to let us do it for them.
Or they just don't have the right
Just
information.
a point of history, just a fact. The people in West Reading, up until recent years, have had people that they believe represented them on the board. I'll give you a good example. The Wilbur Loves who came out of there, Bob Shuttlesworth who came out of there,
Yeah.
Randy Hinsey who was a board member, the Kurt Burgess who replaced me when I retired. So it's only in recent years that the whole real attitude of this came out where we don't feel represented. Because those people, whether Dr. Bob lived in Wyomissing or not, they knew him from West Reading, trust me. You know, he was a councilman over there and they all knew him. So, you know, knowing the history and the makeups of the boards, and it's not like this is something that's been going on forever as people are trying to sort of throw in there. It's really not in my mind. Those people had some type of representation. And when I say representation, I don't care where you live or anything either. Pick up the phone and call somebody that'll take your call. That's representation. That's good enough. I don't care where you live. You know, now when you don't pick up the phone, that's a different story. But I like the idea of having and tell us why we need to change it, and if it makes sense, then. You know, there's good and bad. You're gonna sit here all day long and say there's successes where with regionalization, there's successes where it's all large, and there's successes where it's a hybrid. And all you're gonna do is walk out going, yeah, it's the truth. It's just the way it is. It's nothing. But to Lori's point, and I'll end it here, is you're right. The higher level of engagement we get out of West Reading, the better our school district will be. Grade-wise, athletic-wise, everything. You don't believe that the demographic change that's going on in the district has to be accepted, brought in, and made something positive. You're kidding yourself.
You start at the ground level and you work up from there, and then all of a sudden you have people running for school board.
That's right.
12 years ago, there was an opening on the board. I put my name in. I sat right there in front of 9 board members. Brand new like you, lived in the district maybe a year. And they said to me, what are the 3 biggest challenges? You never forget it. This is one of those things you never forget. What are the 3 biggest challenges of the school district? Well, the first one's easy. It's always money. The second one, my observation after just a year, is you people don't understand diversity. You don't embrace it. You don't make it positive. That was it. There was 9 people. I would have vaporized in a minute because I said, I went home. My wife said, how'd it go? I said, forget it. So what happened? I go, they don't know what diversity is. They're scared of it. They haven't embraced it yet. I don't believe that that's the place where we're at right now, but it's only been forced. It still hasn't been where you get those people to understand this, and they have that kind of commitment to the school district and the kid. Everybody's better. The community's better off, society's better off. And we need to do it, except we need to figure a way out. Not tell them or ask them, we need to figure it out between the combination.
Jenny, do you want to share these? Just having worked on the playground project last year, or actually not last year, it seems like last year. 2009 was very enlightening for me. You know, having worked with the West Reading Police, with the Elm Street Foundation, the neighbors, you know, I really got a glimpse into West Reading, and honestly, I think that's, you know, I have passion for West Reading. I did that because I wanted to. You know, it was a feel-good thing. We raised $60,000 in 3 months to put in a brand new playground. But it was just such a learning curve, and we had a lot of diversity with that. Do you know what I mean? We had a committee of kids made up of West Reading residents and Wyomissing residents, and we really tried hard to incorporate everybody into that project. And so I do think that I have kind of a niche as far as understanding West Reading. I'm sure things have changed in the last 30 years, but not that much. But I do believe that we need to have more involvement.
I'm all in favor of diversity. I agree with you. I think that, you know, that's a comment that I've made for the last 21 years since I've lived here, is that it's all white bread. You know,
Well, now Margaret can run, she's a citizen.
Yeah.
Say that stuff.
She didn't do it in time.
I did. I've been saying that, because I remember moving here and walking into the Hills building to register my son for first grade. And I said to Alan, who was at that point my fiance, I said, there's no black people or Hispanics here. And he said, and I said, you know, I came from an integrated, forced integration school district in Pittsburgh. And, you know, and I just wasn't used to that. It just seemed weird to me that, you know, it was all white bread. And it's still white bread here. And, you know, whole wheat's good. So's rye and copperhead ball. You know?
We're not gonna go into who represents what bread, right? We're just gonna leave it as a metaphor, and just.
And so A-N.
We don't have our name tags out.
That was off the record, like a great.
All right, okay, I want to wrap up by 1, so let's do this. Thank you, Mr. Murray.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Good luck.
Run.
I gotta go back to, I'm in the minority. I have to go back to this room.
So Chad, I gotta go, so, but I'll just say from smaller ends, PTA wise, I have West Reading board members, and they're the best thing ever because they make you, they get the word out. So I would tell you from a timing standpoint, if they wanna put the time in, they're gonna put the time in, and they show up. We have night PTA meetings, and I'll tell you, it doesn't matter.
Right.
Because unless they wanna show up, they're gonna show up, and it's 7 o'clock at night, it doesn't matter, they're still not gonna show up, so, just from that standpoint, but, and just getting the word out that PTA is not, stay-at-home mom, nuclear people, most of my committee chairs have a full-time job, so, I'm just gonna throw that out there, that it's just getting the word out, it's just, you sound like you've been saying it 97,000 times, we are not all meeting in the morning. You do stuff at night, you can do it on your own time, you can work and still have a
Even
job.
people that volunteer, some
Even
people,
volunteer, I mean, there's so much
They
stuff
work.
that is done at night, or I do at night, I don't even do during the day. If they would just step up, but it's just,
And we started that conversation with in-kind kindergarten parents, speaking to them.
and I think they think we're
Registration.
like lying to them. So I'm like, I'm not lying, like, they're here, look, like, she has a full-time job, they're not here. Yes, my job, speaking to them right now, I'm a daytime, that's during the day, so I'm available during the day. But if you weren't available, you'd have somebody else fill in that slot.
Right.
So that's my little 2 cents that they're spreading out,
Absolutely.
and they're having their committee meetings, the fun one coming up in April, all their committee meetings are at night. There's, or emails, so I just,
Well, and the bingo night and all those things, and then you have the holiday bazaars on a Saturday.
yeah, it's all on a Saturday, and they're like, oh, we didn't realize that it's really on a Saturday, like,
It's always been on a Saturday.
it's all, but it's been on a Saturday.
Always
So I
on
think
a
it's just,
Saturday.
again, like you guys all did, just keep getting the word out, and eventually, hopefully, things will start turning a little bit more, and then you're gonna get the right candidate. Because we all know, it doesn't matter where you are, if you have a bad committee chair, forget it, it makes your life miserable, so, yeah. Right, that's my little 2
All right,
cents,
thanks,
so
Joanne.
thank
And
you so much.
Thank you for the large print, PTA update.
Well, that's my page 40, now I have to do this.